Hey everyone, and welcome back to another CareCollab. I have not said this in a very long time, so I'm even more excited to be part of this one. Today's topic is LEPTOTES bicolor, and this is my plant.
Subscribe, goddammit!
If you're not familiar with the concept of a CareCollab, it's an idea that Nina from Ninja's Orchids came up with, where different YouTubers from all over the world come together to discuss how they take care of a specific plant. This is really good because you will get care advice from very different people in different setups, with different environments and different philosophies of taking care of plants as well. If you happen to have a LEPTOTES bicolor yourself, let us know in the comments below and join for updates if you'd like to. This time the participating channels are
What is this?
can we maybe get some order here?
Perfect.
I'm not going to read out all of the names, however I will leave links to everyone's channel down below, so please check them out. There's always a lot to learn about a different plant. As I said, today's topic is LEPTOTES bicolor. LEPTOTES bicolor is the type species of the genus LEPTOTES. The genus LEPTOTES is part of the subtribe Leylinii. As the name suggests, this subtribe contains some plants you might be familiar with, like Laelia, Cattleya, Epidendrum, and Encyclia. However, LEPTOTES is more closely related to Pseudolaelia and Isabellia. I'll just pop up some pictures I found online of Isabellias. You can see there is kind of a family resemblance. The genus LEPTOTES is endemic to southern Brazil, Paraguay, and Argentina, so kind of the central parts of South America, where the seed pods of this species and others are actually used as a substitute for vanilla. And as you can see, mine is pregnant right now, so there might be a scheme ongoing. I don't just own a LEPTOTES bicolor, but I also have this little plant here, and I can never pronounce its name. LEPTOTES Polytinokoi? I don't know. The H really throws me off. Polytinokoi. Who knows? You can see there is quite a size difference between the two of them. Allegedly, this tiny little one is also close to being flowering size. Maybe I should preface my care instructions by saying I've only bought this plant in kind of October, November-ish, so it's been roughly half a year. I don't have too much experience with it. However, it has been doing pretty well under my care, and I was able to get it to bloom, so I feel comfortable enough sharing what I've learned along the way so far. So if you've been around my channel, you know that I mainly cultivate Cattleya species, and I basically treat my LEPTOTES bicolor the same way as I would those. Gets pretty bright light, kind of at the Cattleya level light, and I water it once a week with a diluted fertilizer solution of kind of 150 to 250 parts per million. I personally use the fertilizer that Orchid sells. It's a balanced fertilizer with kind of same amount of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. It also has a lot of magnesium. On top of that, I also add some CalMag to supplement for the calcium that the plant needs, because the fertilizer I use does not contain it. And the water here is really hard, so I can't use tap water to water my orchids. Sometimes I do mix a little bit of tap water into my fertilizer mix, kind of mainly to cut down on the RO water I use, but in my mind I'm also like, oh, it adds a little bit more calcium and that's gonna be really healthy for the plants. Yeah, probably, but whatever. I feel like this is a very non-fussy plant. I have a very hands-off approach to my orchid. I don't like plants that need a lot of care. You know, I want to water you once a week, and I need you to be okay with that. And I feel like LEPTOTES bicolor really can handle the way I treat it. It just sits on a shelf, gets some light once a week, I water it, and that's enough. I put it in a well-draining mix of kind of medium-sized bark, because when I purchased it, it was in a mesh pot, so I figured maybe it needs a little bit more airiness. I did add a little bit of sphagnum moss in there, especially towards the bottom of the pot, to act almost like a water reservoir, and so far that has helped me a lot. I purchased my LEPTOTES bicolor from Orchid, and I think they still have them in stock. It's a plant that is very commonly sold in Europe. And if you'd like to add something to your collection that has maybe the flair of a wild orchid but doesn't come with the fuss that some of them make while growing, then I would highly recommend this plant. It's an easy grower and it's very rewarding with its stunning bloom display. I really enjoy the contrast between the white background and the kind of purplish magenta lip. However, I wouldn't really write home about the fragrance. I've heard it's supposed to be a very fragrant orchid, but at least for me, I could not really detect a strong scent from it. There was like a slight vanilla-ish or maybe like a very, very faint resiny floral scent to it, but nothing that I detected from more than 20 centimeters away. So at least the plant I have doesn't seem to be a super fragrant one. However, it's very vigorous. It's been producing a lot of roots for me and I cannot wait for its next flowering season. As I've alluded to earlier, I do have an ongoing project with this plant that I will update you when the time is right. So you might see this plant pop up on my channel now and again. And with that said, thanks a lot for watching. Go and check out everyone's videos. I'm sure there's a lot more information out there that people can teach you that are much more experienced with this plant than I am. Let me know in the comments if you have a LEPTOTES bicolor, how you grow yours, how it's going for you, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them as well. Until next time, see you later. Boom! And today's plant is... I hate this intro. Jesus Christ. And today's, I would like to